stand for the pledge, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Happy New Year. Ooh, 2026. All right, so we have no additions to the agenda. All right, public be heard. So Katrina, I'm assuming that's why you're here. I'm not sure. You are. So the way public be heard works is you have 5 minutes. I need you to come up to the chair there, speak your name, address, and then tell us what your concern is.
Am I the only one for?
Well, I'm not sure. Everybody else is managers except for the woman in the brown shirt. So hello. So either one or are you here to speak to the public and the public be heard?
Well, I just had questions, so I don't know what the process is. For.
Okay. So we'll have Katrina come up first, and then you can come up next.
All right, I'm going to read from my phone. Can we stand? Sit.
All
All right.
do whatever.
Well, as Katrina Benedict, I've got Tame the Maine around the corner, 109 West 4th Street. I've got the beauty salon. I'm here because I have a few concerns with the parking enforcement of our already limited 2-hour parking in front of the salon. Well, in front of these 3 businesses, it would be me, Interpiece Floats, and Cabins. As of recently, we have not had an issue with the 2 hours, people overstaying the 2 hours. But since we've had a monitor, we have had a few clients getting tickets, along with myself. Our business does run off of giving people that chance to ignore the hustle and bustle of outdoors and relax and chill out. We do have people that come from Rochester, Pennsylvania, Syracuse, Horseheads to receive services from our stylists, who also afterwards go to lunch and shop and all that. So they like to spend a little bit of time in town without rushing out of here. What we've noticed with this enforcement is the rush to move their cars in the middle of services that can't be interrupted or stopped, really. I mean, in the middle of a perm, you don't want to be like, oh, gotta go move my car. So I just proposed that maybe we stretch the 2-hour parking to maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4-hour parking, 3. That would give us service providers enough time to complete a service without interruption or having to move a vehicle. My least favorite option would be to give them like a card issued by the village that says, I'm here for a service, but that's now another thing that you guys have to deal with,
Right.
and now I have to deal with getting the cards, making sure that my clients get them and get them back. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, that would be my least favorite option. But as I've seen on Madison Ave's parking, it's very limited up there. I've also noticed that somebody may have put 2 parking spots. I don't know how that parking works.
It's actually village parking.
Is it?
so-
Okay, so it's,
Yeah.
okay.
So we're going to address that.
Yeah, because I was talking to somebody and they were like, well, I've got 3 spots technically and 2 of them are up there. And now I notice the 2 spots are labeled. So I was like, if more people catch wind of that, but like I said, I didn't know it was a village open parking. I was like, well, that's going to make it harder for even my clients to park up behind there. Plus, I've got some elderly clients that, I'd rather get them in front of the salon where they can just conveniently walk in. My younger clients, they can live with parking out back, but
Yep.
I think at least 3 hours, 4 hours would give us ample time to get a service done without having to move a car. I understand with like the tourists and all that, it keeps everybody kind of flowing traffic-wise. So yeah, that's my only concern is just my little strip. Other than that, people can park wherever the hell they need to park.
Appreciate the feedback. We'll be discussing with the team. I have the contrary, just so, you're aware, and the public's aware, is that I have businesses that are complaining to us because we have people that work in the village on Franklin Street. They'll park in front of their business and leave their car there all day long.
Yeah.
And so that's tough too. So it's, it's definitely a balance, but
Right.
we know it's an issue. We'll be discussing it shortly and really appreciate your time coming forward, and
Yeah.
certainly I knew
Well,
that.
thanks for listening to me.
Yeah,
thanks
we
for
don't want to
listening,
hurt
yeah.
businesses, but also we need to make that right on Madison, because that should be a place where you should have ample free parking to park out there and work all
Right.
day. you
Yeah,
know, as
yep.
should
Us
others.
girls, we try to park out back so that we can give those spaces
Yep.
to our paying clients. I know Interpeace Floats, not to speak for them, but I know, I have talked to Kathy, and she said that it would be a problem for her as well, because people are in there for 90 minutes for their
Yep.
float or their massage. It's just not very ideal
Right,
to run out and move a car, so,
yeah, and I've talked to Stacy as well, so.
yeah, so.
Okay.
So it takes a couple hours to get a permit on it, stuff?
Yeah, and my other girls, my other two girls, they do fashion colors, so and color corrections, you could be there upwards to 4 or 5 hours,
Really?
depending on the
You better be
the
serving
color
lunch.
correction, yeah.
I have to take a
This
nap.
is why we say don't do your hair at home if you can help it, and then you won't be there for 4 hours. So,
You
yeah,
don't have to worry about it.
No, I'm in
I don't either right
Yeah.
now.
less than 15 minutes.
Peter's nice and quick. If anything, we yapped more than we cut hair, so. But yeah, thanks for hearing me out.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on up, take the floor. Tell us who you are, what's your address, and what's your concern or question.
Okay, my name is Joanna Snyder, and I actually live in Himrod, but I'm one of the partners that owns the Fiber Arts in the Glen, the yarn shop on North Franklin Street. So I have a similar concern as what she expressed. We have customers that come in, and we have open knitting, crochet, 2 days a week, and it's always been for 2 hours. And now the ladies are jumping up at an hour 45, and they're leaving to go move their cars. And the problem is they don't come back. Before, they used to come in, they would sit down, they'd work on their projects, they would do some shopping when they got done, and now they're leaving after an hour and 45 minutes. The concern, too, is that most of the ladies that come in for the knitting, they're elderly. I've got several that walks with canes. I've got one that's dropped off at the back. Right now, she can't get in the back because of the way the plowing is being done, and we've got this big pile of snow in front of our back door, and she's not able to get in. So she's got a friend that's dropping her off at the side, and she's coming in that way. So we've got, customers that aren't able to come in and do what they normally have done as part of our business. The other thing is, as what she mentioned, there's this 309 North Franklin Street tenant parking that's taking up 2 spots. So when I came to work this morning, they were sitting there both empty, nobody parked in them, and I had to find a place to park because they were the only 2 spots that were left up there. And so I thought that was open village parking as well, so,
That just came to my attention like 10 minutes ago, so we will be addressing that tomorrow.
yeah. Well, I have a picture if anybody would like to
Nope,
see it.
I have one. I
Okay.
have 3, actually.
Yeah. And then the other concern that I have is snow removal at the crosswalks. I did have a woman fall trying to cross the street, and there's so much ice, great big chunks of ice where they push the button and stuff, and then they can cross the street. They have to go up and over that. And again, most of our customers are elderly and not too nimble. They're trying to hurry because our streets, especially at the 4 corners, are not very safe to cross on a lot of days when the traffic's heavy. So I don't know
Yeah, that's a
what
tough
can be
one.
done.
I've talked to our street supervisor about that just recently. You know, what happens is they'll clear it out, and then the DOT comes by and they push it all back in, and then, it's a nightmare to keep it totally clean, and it's
Right.
tough. And plus, the business owners, that's the other piece, is that they're responsible to keep those sidewalks clear, and we've had our codes officer go out and actually talk to them, because that's part of the requirement, is that they keep sidewalks clear, just the normal sidewalks, let alone the crosswalks. But I don't know, Scott, I don't want to put you on the spot, but I don't know what else we can do. I see what happens is that, the cross.
Franklin Street has your DOT.
Yeah, it's hard because the state just comes zooming through, and, they'll take months to correct an issue here on Fourth and Franklin.
Where the barrel's at.
Is it even done yet?
No, now they got 2 other cones around
Now there's a pile of snow over top.
it, with
Yeah.
2 cones around it.
So, I'm happy to talk to the DOT. I don't know if that's gonna fall on deaf ears, but I share the concern. It's the people in a wheelchair. You can't get through
Right.
those crosswalks, and,
Yeah.
you know, it takes a while for us to get it cleaned up, but, it fills back in, and, you know, I share your concern. It's definitely a safety concern, and,
Yeah.
you know, we do the best that we can do, but then if they come flying through with that big old truck
Mhm.
and fill it back in, then here we are.
Well, the large trucks too come through, and like if they're coming down 414 and they're making that swing to go out, you know, would that be south? And they kind of swing out and around there to kind of make that corner, and then they'll hit that, and they'll drag, you know,
Yeah.
big chunks of ice
Yeah.
right where you have to walk,
Yeah.
and, you know, it's hard to get through there, so.
Good feedback.
But the crosswalk where the red mats are, Scott, is the business owner of that corner responsible for those? Yeah, so it's not DOT.
Well, the DOT fills them back in though.
Right, but
Yeah.
it's still the responsibility of the business owner.
Mhm. And they're pretty good, but then they get filled back in. and
Right,
you-
I've been out there shoveling, and they drive by 10 minutes later, fill it back.
Yeah, and it
Then
stinks,
gotta
I
go
get
out there and
it.
shovel it again.
So Community Bank, there on that corner, they're responsible for,
Yeah.
really?
For where the walking path is from the
Right.
curb sidewalk where that little red dimpled mat is for the non-slip mat,
Mhm.
then the concrete, that's responsibility of the business owner.
Okay.
But yes, DOT comes through and
Yeah.
pushes snow right up on it, but that's,
Yeah, you can't sustain that being clean. It's like you clean
Yeah, it's
it,
just-
like Bob said, next
40
thing
miles
you
an
know.
hour, what's it doing about it?
it's one of the unfortunate
Right.
issues of owning a business, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd
That
really-
happens, You gotta go out and clean it up.
Yeah. Well, I'd appreciate it, you know, if there can be something done, and a better understanding of just exactly what the parking regulations are and where there are available spots for people to park. Because right now, my ladies, they're just going out and they're trying to find a spot, keeping a watch on it. It's the same for employees, you know, where do our employees park?
Yeah, we're looking at, so we have two public lots. We have the one on Third Street here, and we have the one behind Jolando's. So, you know, the board is discussing what to do about, because people have to work here, right?
Right.
So where do you park when you work? And so the parking regulations are not new. These street laws have been in effect for a long time. We haven't been fully staffed, and now we are. We now have a parking attendant. So I understand the concern. I certainly read Facebook and enjoy the comments there as well.
Right?
So, we'll talk more about that. But what we were discussing is whether we have some kind of a business permit so that people can park legally in that lot, this is a public lot,
Right.
right now, and have some space. I mean, it's okay for people to walk, obviously, if they're, you know,
Right.
with a walker. And it's hard because your store in particular, not Katrina's, but because of the widening of the road, you lost all those parking spots out front.
Right,
And so
Yeah.
that's a problem over here too. You see people park
right.
illegally constant. So, and we have a 10-minute drop-off, and people will park there all day long. So,
Yeah, and we can't have people park in back of us because of the way it comes down, the hill
Yeah.
comes down like that, and on slippery days, you know, you can't have a car
There's no
sitting
space
there.
there.
There's no space there to really
Yeah.
park. So, yeah, it's a dilemma, and it just
Yeah.
seems counterintuitive to me that, I mean, there's an issue we're trying to resolve, but right now, it feels like we're punishing the people that are trying to do the support, whether
Yeah.
it's customers
Yep.
or whether it's employees.
Yep.
And that just doesn't, to me, make sense.
Yeah.
We're not really addressing the true, I guess, root cause of the issue, which is we don't have enough parking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. that's
Appreciate
it.
your time, and great to meet you. Thank you for coming.
Yep.
All right, any other public be heard? Okay, we're gonna move on to approval of the minutes from December 16th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for the regular board meeting held on December 16th, 2025.
I'll second it.
Discussion. Now that we got all the pages. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Peter, did you vote?
I said, I did.
Okay. No opposed, carried, thank you. Okay, department reports, Stace, it just feels like there's so much going on in the parks.
Yeah, ice skating's going pretty good. We got good turnouts over the holidays, which is good to see. The camping, the campground opened up on January 1st,
Yep.
so we're seeing pretty good, I guess, typical looking turnouts for those as soon as that opened up.
Yeah, I'm happy to see the ice skating numbers are, have been,
Had decent weather, which helps. I mean, it's been cold, but at least it hasn't been super windy down there.
yeah. How's the fire pit working out?
Good, I mean, as long as the propane gets turned off on them, you know, they've been lasting pretty good. And as long as it's not too windy of a day as well.
Yeah. I saw where you put the couch and stuff, that, I thought that was a good space in there where,
Yeah, that one works the best of all,
Yeah.
because they have the lid block in there. Just trying to do stuff to keep people down there a little longer.
yeah, I'm happy with the numbers. Keep up the good work. Anything else, Stace? Scotty?
Yes, we got the international all back together today.
Oh, good.
Bob's back on it. Everything seems to be working all right. And we're still working on that now.
Yeah, I gotta stop down there. Yeah, big thanks to the county for helping out on that. That could have been bad, from dropping that plow and. All right, thanks, Scott. Dennis? Okay, Mag?
Still working on service boxes, the lead copper thing came back out. We got yearly reports to start working on.
What was the time frame on that lead testing?
So, we already turned ours in before yours, but we held ours for yours, because it's like an 18-day roll back. So yours is still good. They made us do 20 extra this year.
Was there a reason that they wanted us to do it again?
Because of the new ones there.
Okay. Anything else, Meg?
No.
Tommy, what's going on in electric besides people trying to get electric?
Keep training under, upgrade and, tree cutting. And we'll pick it out, we'll start taking out the snowflakes this week.
Okay.
And as part of order us some new spray, like car wash in the winter. We can try to hose them off with some desalination. What washes the salt off and we go protection, hopefully will last longer.
Yeah,
And the money they cost and the effort people put in to rebuild them this year. So
yeah.
then Jeff's gonna get right on building the 42 big ones, or 52 big ones we have.
I'm amazed how that salt infiltrates that. I mean, just even those garland when we were putting them together.
Yeah, we put them up, all the dry salt just falling off.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're gonna try and hold everything off good this year. See if we can get it to last a little longer.
Are you doing trees still this time?
Yep. Yeah, we're still on tree, we're all on decoration duty right now, but once we get that down, we'll get back to tree trimming. I
Okay.
think we're caught up on removal, so.
Were you working on a pole up the lake? Was that you guys working on that pole?
We're at,
It was, what's Specchio's hotel up there?
Oh, across from the Glenwood
Yeah,
area?
the Glen Motor. That was you guys? I saw him up there. I didn't.
well, there's been a lot of.
It was a white truck too, though. I thought that's why.
There is a white truck that's, I often see the Verizon truck and think it's ours.
At Charlie. It was a white truck, that's why I just thought it was.
All right, no. Anything else, Tony? Thank you. Ethan?
Just finish up the end of the year report, we'll be submitted by the next payroll, or excuse me, the next, board
Okay.
meeting. It's a little more in depth than, obviously, still takes a little longer than day or two.
Thank you. No fire, okay, I'll take a motion to accept all the department reports, please.
I'll make a motion to accept all department reports.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, carried, thank you. One thing I forgot to ask Dennis on that, I'm just looking at that email on that tops light. Has anybody checked it? Is it still there? That down light?
I haven't noticed.
At the top parking lot?
When I leave here, I'm gonna swing down that way, see if it's moved. If it's not, I have a letter prepared to send to.
Okay,
Either one is for next door, or what one, man.
yeah. I mean, if not, and if they don't respond, I don't know how many days we give them, but,
I only give them 10 more days.
we can dispose of it and we're gonna have to bill them. That's the other way to deal with
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of dangerous, because that one part of that light kind of sticks out.
Yeah, they keep,
It's terrible.
it's been there over a year.
I never noticed it was down until you said something. I knew the other one was.
Yeah, it's been there a long, long time.
Long time. All right, thanks, Dennis. All right, we're gonna move on to voting items. Got a special event application, which is a follow-up from last meeting.
Make a motion to approve a special event application for Seneca 7 relay on April 26th, 2026.
All right, so we had some questions last time. Did you get clarifications, Dave?
Yeah, so the barricades they're asking for is the one down by the EV chargers. And I think we shuffled that over last year for them. Yeah, we moved it last year for them. And then the other clarification was if they would pay for, the grounds or the streets department time, and they were fine with doing that. I gave them kind of a ballpark estimate of
Okay,
where that would be.
thanks for the follow-up. Any other board questions on that?
So they just wanted to move those barriers?
So they're gonna run through there, right? To catch the path and then go out?
Yeah, they run through the path over by kayak and up.
I thought I saw an email they didn't want to move those. One was,
You saw an email, what, sorry?
I thought one was, wasn't there a concern of moving those because it was cars they wanted to put through there?
Yeah, because I
Not
know they
runners.
kind
Oh,
of
that was
have,
my email, yeah. I did
those-
say that. True.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't
what they
think
call them
it's
for their race, they're their race vehicles or like group vehicles and that. And I think they like to shuffle them out that end, I mean, more so, I think for runner safety too. So we're not going back in and out, but, I mean, they'll do whatever the board wants if they don't let them bring the vehicles out there.
Yeah, I think that, I wrote that because I was concerned if you have vehicles coming in, which we only let them go into the e-chargers, then you got runners, that's a safety concern, and it's our I mean, I know even though they provide the insurance, it's still our property and our liability.
Why
So,
don't they just stay on the path and then go,
well, yeah, I mean, good question.
I mean, they've done it for so many years, I think they know, so I didn't question it too much, but,
Are you saying we moved this last year?
yeah, we shuffled
Yeah.
the barriers over last year for them.
how much time are we talking about here?
All right, other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, carried, thank you. All right, now we've got our bathroom partition package.
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of the bathroom partition package for total restrooms in the amount of $2,524.37.
I'll second.
All right. Questions for Stace on that, or Scott?
Yes, Stace,
So you're going with total restrooms. Their invoice is actually for $5,005. Will they confirm, and I understand there's 5 items at the bottom that are accruing up to that 505 or 5,005. Will they still honor that rate even though you don't buy the other 5 items?
They will, yeah, but I can confirm for you.
Oh,
And I'll make sure
it's
it's, yeah. Yeah, they added
and
that.
sometimes they'll sit there and say, well, since you're not buying this stuff, I just
Right.
hate to see that happen to you.
Yeah, no, I asked them to put that other stuff on there because I knew that was gonna be stuff I was gonna have to be ordering separate.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
good pricing, but
and it's the thing, the add-on things, that was my question too, is it stuff that we don't need? Because we can,
I'm probably not gonna go with them for those things. I mean, it's stuff we're gonna need, but I'm probably gonna price that stuff out a little bit more.
yeah, because it's like grab bars and,
Yes, like the grab bars to the bathrooms and showers, and then, there was hand dryers on there.
you okay?
Yeah, my sciatic's bothering me.
Okay.
Sorry.
then these are ADA compliant, the hardware packages that are coming with them, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then,
Huge
is-
difference.
so with the size of these panels, has Dennis reviewed and approved the ADA?
I didn't have Dennis approve those, no.
In, like, so is there enough room for a wheelchair to get in and out of those? You don't want to get in a pinch putting these in.
Right, so the ones we selected were, I sent over the companies based on the ADA sketches for what was required for them, the sizes.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the, I guess you call it the path.
The flow of
The
the,
flow of traffic inside are these gonna impinge on somebody in a wheelchair?
So we're not changing the flow of traffic from what we have currently.
yeah, there's, huge room for improvement there. Because right now, you could not get a wheelchair in there.
Right, so technically, we have 2 ADA compliant bathrooms in the park, which are in the back of the park office. And that's where we try to put anybody who is an ADA camper, we try to station them over in those campsites.
But the goal that we had talked about is that there's at least one stall in the new upgrade that
Right, so
is
we're just
accessible.
trying to make one bathroom stall. The showers will not be fully ADA functional. They're just gonna be more functional to someone
Standard.
with some disabilities, but not fully ADA compliant. The showers will not be.
And we're looking to replace those 2 showers behind the camp because they're in
We
bad,
are, yeah,
they're in bad shape.
and those are gonna be contracted out.
Okay.
So those 2 will definitely be our ADA compliant bathrooms, and both of those are multi-sex bathrooms.
All right, other questions from the board? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried, thank you. All right, now we've got 2 replacement plows. Any motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of 2 replacement plows for snow removal from Trucks Outfitter in the amount of $7,188 each, for a total of $14,376.
Discussion. Been a lot of discussion on this today. Right, Scotty?
Yes.
What's the lead time on these?
It takes 2 weeks from the time I call them and get it approved.
And then will we surplus the old ones?
That would be up to you guys. My suggestion is I keep them, in case we have a storm, the plow goes down in the middle of the night, we can hook on another plow and go.
I think we should sell
Like, that would be up to you guys. I can only put them in the surplus when the auction comes back around.
Right. I remember when we bought those.
them. I mean, if they're,
10
your email said they're wore out, so.
10 years old, and they're pretty useless for the hills.
They're pretty useless for the flats too.
Well, Scott, don't you have a truck that doesn't get used all the time when you're out plowing?
Our pickup,
Yeah, so that has a plow on it, right?
that's plowed.
So that's like your backup.
Unless we have a good snowstorm, I have more guys in.
Yeah.
So that gives us what, a total of 3?
So, shoot, you've got
Well, you
the
don't,
international.
2 big ones and the...
You've
I got one big
five.
one.
Well, in case of emergency, is it against the rules to borrow sewers?
oh, true, we have one at the wastewater plant.
Okay. So how many plow trucks do you need?
I have altogether 5.
Yeah, and when we're getting snow, they're running.
All 5.
I'm only thinking like, your one truck has a plow, it's a backup, so that can get activated if you have a breakdown. If you can recoup this money, because I don't think this was part of that, so we approved the budget line item for $42,000 in your equipment fund. There's 39, what was in there, Fred?
39,
It's on the sheet.
So 39, you're gonna back this out, that takes you down to like 24, 25K roughly. So if you can sell those and recoup the money, or we do an IMA on those, it'd be quicker. Can we do that?
What are you gonna do
There
with it?
might be another municipality that we don't have to go into auction. Then you can dump that money back into your account and spend it on other stuff that you probably had pre-budget.
That's what my
Yeah,
question.
How much do you think you
Either
get
way,
for them if
it's
they're not
fine with
any
me.
good?
You're really great at selling stuff to the county.
I don't think they'll take them.
I don't know
Like,
what.
how
the-
much do you think you could get if they're not any good? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, you'd be surprised what people pay for those. I mean, they're nice,
Really?
they look very nice, I mean, but.
But you gotta only remember one thing, it's plow only.
Right,
No wiring, there's no
There's no-
pressure, because that's staying on the trucks for the new plows.
So the MVPs match up to the
Yeah.
commercial
yeah.
straight blades you got?
Yeah, it's all Western metal.
All right. Other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, carried, thank you. All right, we have a resolution for the wage scale for seasonal laborers that we just updated. It's attached, so I need a motion, please.
I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution revising the wage scale for seasonal laborers.
Discussion. So this was put in place,
2023,
was it? Before that?
I think.
I remember you
Oh,
talking.
wait, actually, I put it, no, April 4th, 2023.
Okay. Gosh, seems longer than that. It just gives us a standard hourly rate for our laborers, because we had differentials in the past, and we start out with a minimum wage and then go from there with a cap, so. Questions from the board? All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed, carried. Thank you. All right, we have a request for a temp part-timer to get our data entry up to date so we can get our new AFR done. We are almost there. Fred and I are seeing the light.
When you're done, we're halfway there.
We need a
I'll make a
motion.
motion to approve the hire of a temporary part-time, 20-plus hour a week keyboard specialist to assist in your village office for a period of 2 months at $19 an hour. It's less than,
It is less than, that's
Sorry.
Can somebody second?
I'll second.
Discussion.
What is this for?
So I need somebody to help get some of the electric board orders in this town to get some in, and also the rest of the bank accounts reconciliation. Bob wants to go now, which is our LGS guy. Noe's just not available. She's part-time, and if she's not here now, then they put a lot of work in to get things caught up, to get this, the first year done, but we're gonna be sitting for a while because Noe's not caught up, so I get the extra help, get this data entry and stuff in, to get done faster. It's a lot cheaper to have her doing stuff than it is to sit here and wait longer and rush to have Bob doing it for us, which is,
Yeah, we don't want to buffer that.
This is
Not
for
that long.
20,
yeah, we're
Just to get our financial
24 is
reports
done,
done.
24, 25.
24, 25.
Yeah, and then by the time that's done and wrapped up, we should be just going into 25, 26.
ready
Or
for-
26, yeah.
How many
26,
weeks do you think, do you have any anticipation as to how long?
How much longer?
Well, no, I'm thinking like for this person, the
Oh,
temporary
I-
person. like, is
The
that-
true anticipation is a month,
Oh, okay.
and it's actually only gonna be a few hours to a week.
Like 8 hours a week.
I put longer, because I don't know, but
Right.
the truth is,
That was like
I only
an
see it for about a month.
approximation. Yeah, about a month.
I hope so, that's the plan. I just need something to speed it up, because I don't have anyone else to
You don't get manpower.
kind of makes up for basically not being full-time at the moment.
Yeah.
We gotta get it done so we can get our financial reporting.
Just, we're doing so well, I just want to get, I want to do what's
Time.
necessary to stay on track.
Incredible, how much. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, carried. I need a motion for our general audit, please.
I make a motion for the general audit dated January 2nd, 2026, for the total amount of $148,570.79.
Discussion. I think I have a question.
Megan, do you order alum?
Alum?
Alum for the, what's that?
I would,
Is it the same mix as what Terry orders down at the,
I don't know.
that's something you can look into? And see if there's a way, like, I don't know if this was you, was it you that just ordered 2,200 gallons worth?
No. Is that the sole item on that invoice?
What page is it on? I can tell you.
'Cause I-
It's gotta be Terry.
Usually when you see my invoices, there's one.
I don't know.
I think it was, I think it was wastewater.
Yeah, I couldn't tell, it
I'm
just
trying to
said,
find it
it
now.
just said treatment.
Yeah, so mine will always have at least probably 3 different chemicals on the invoice.
So just so you know, if you look at the account number, if it says FF, it'll be Megan, JT, it'll be Terry.
Yeah.
That's how you'll know.
So I'm just wondering if you can check with Terry, if you guys have the same composition, and maybe there's something we can appreciate, like a price,
Yeah.
because you're ordering it every month or every 2 months, right?
Yeah, not enough there to go through.
All right, and I had a question about this replacement glass for damage from tree trimming. What happened?
Yeah, we're cutting a tree and a branch fell, and we borrowed this guy's truck. It hit the truck bed and bounced up and shattered.
Oh, is it on our truck?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was
from the
someone's
dump truck.
house.
It would have been hard to beat up dump truck was running, going to borrow Scotty's.
Okay.
How much was it?
$540.
Good job. not bringing it in.
They told me, I don't think they're right.
I had envisioned a limb going flying into somebody's house.
No, not super vehicle related.
Then, Stace, we sent the Zamboni at a routine maintenance,
Yeah, cha-ching.
Yeah, it's expensive.
what was that?
So the Zamboni hasn't been serviced since we purchased it. And I researched a ton of companies, and this was, the one that had been out there before, but this was the only one that I could find that serviced Zamboni easily.
What did they do to it?
Well, the guy was out there most of the day servicing it. I know there was a couple, like, parts that he burned out, some like rotors or something like that.
Yeah, he did something, he was checking the rotors, he did a full service on the motor.
Yeah, it was expensive.
So that's just a 3 or 4 cylinder propane engine.
It's propane, yeah.
It's same components as some of our other equipment. Couldn't we have worked something out with the county? Just to do the basic service, Scott?
Problem is, the county's so busy right now. That's your first problem, but the second problem is getting the Zamboni over there.
Yeah, you can't drive it.
Yeah, you should drive it just like you do from the comics box.
I agree. It
If
was
we could
not
drive it, we'd put
cheap.
it in the parade.
We can. That's a good idea.
See?
You got another thing to throw candy off of now.
Great. We could load it up with candy, shoot it up the,
Have it drop out the back.
yeah.
Yeah, because it just, I just got thinking about it, because I didn't see it when we did that P and L review. We didn't see that before.
Yeah, it hasn't been done since we purchased it.
Yeah, we bought that used.
So I took it upon myself to find a fitting since, we've had that piece of equipment several years.
No, and that's great, and Scott, your point of they're busy now, but we have this thing year round. And-
Well, what I'll do is, when we go to do it again, I'll see if Brian can do it.
Yeah,
It'll
just-
probably cost you a pizza though.
Yeah, maybe,
Oh, no.
It will.
that's
Makes
fine.
a pizza.
Good suggestion.
All right.
Yeah, because the components in there are no different than what Scotty runs for tractors or skids. The skidster has more components than that Zamboni.
Right.
So, just might be something to help you not, I'm only bringing that up because just to alleviate cost.
Right.
All right, all in
So
favor?
did we get a printout of what the guy did?
Yes. I can send that over.
Ideally, we should sell it and get a smaller.
I was just gonna ask, how is that one doing on the ice? Is it, or I know there was a problem with breaking it or something?
The problem was we kind of looked at the cost for smaller ones and it's not,
Well,
it's not really gonna save us any money because the smaller ones are even so expensive.
But is
Yeah, you have to
that one
find a
doing
different-
okay on ice? I know that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's been doing good.
Until Friday,
Yeah.
what happened?
when it rained.
Oh,
All right, we're getting sidetracked here. All in favor of the general audit?
all right.
No opposed, carried, thank you. Okay, a couple of things. Margaret brought to our attention that there was a resident's mailbox and planter that they feel that the village hit. There was no damage to the post.
Or the mailbox. It
Or
just
the
basically
mailbox.
came off of the,
Fred's got the pictures. Does anybody want
Something
to?
just being reassembled. You think
Is
that'd
this
be fine?
different than the ones that were emailed?
No.
nope,
No.
it's the
It's
one.
the same. Past practice, and I think it's in the statute. Can you give me that, Fred, please? You got that language in there?
Yeah, that's actually the sample language of surrounding municipalities and what they do.
I mean, we really need to have a
Yeah.
process,
Yeah.
documented process, because we don't. So the state law background, the liability in mailboxes, and just let me preface that with saying, we don't really have a formal request from them, and it was passed on by you, but requesting replacement in the past, from my recollection, Bob probably would remember, we haven't replaced mailboxes. So under section 319 of the New York State Highway Law, mailboxes located in the public right-of-way are considered obstructions. They're permitted only as a convenience for mail delivery, and when there's a conflict between keeping the highway open and receiving mail, the need to keep the roadway clear takes priority. So I'm bringing this to the board, which you saw it on the email. You guys can read it if you want. I don't see that we have a basis to replace. Scott, can you ever, well, you were not.
We've never replaced one.
Yeah, I mean, I remember there was a car that the plow hit that they said we weren't liable for either, which,
All the years I lived in Reading Center, just about every winter, my mailbox was never
yeah.
reimbursed me for it, nor did I ask. Just something that happens.
Questions on that? I do think we need to,
We should put something together. We'll do that and I'll just, we'll
Where would they
Well,
do
it
it?
just needs to be a resolution with some very.
Yeah.
Where would that law go? Just like we asked, we're doing the street laws or something?
No, it should,
No, it's a
literally just be a
resolution.
resolution.
Resolution. Oh,
It just
okay.
says this is the process that we feel we need to do for the place.
Well, in that way, when Fred can do a search on it, and we have it in our library, so that we have something that states clearly, and that's actually a good reference. I hadn't read that before, and there's more details in there, but I thought that was a good reference. Because sometimes you can't find things because of the way they were saved, but to have a resolution on the books would be good, then we have something that's, in writing and.
Just in case, it hasn't happened even since I've been here. Before that, this is the first time anyone's ever mentioned.
So is everybody gonna follow up with Scott and Michael, or do we have to wait for them to make a formal request?
I actually talked to him yesterday. He's
Oh.
out of town for the next 3 weeks,
Oh.
so when he gets back, I can just send him a letter,
Yeah,
let him know.
if you talk to them, that's good.
He actually didn't even ask about it. He just let me know he was leaving.
Oh.
Okay, anything else on that? I'm gonna move on just for time's sake here. So, Stacy and I had a bit of conversation. This is the On Canals Project 2026. This is Sunshine Boat Rentals. So, homework that I've done related to this, and Stacy's been instrumental in helping me through this, is that last year, Stephen Holey applied for this grant that came through the Erie Canal Corporation, and he was awarded it, and you'll remember probably, but he hadn't done his homework about where he's gonna put the boat if he gets the money. And our dock spaces, what do we have, 12?
Yes, but for adding some.
Currently.
Yeah.
We have a waiting list for. So we got the money and then turned it back because we didn't have a
Space
space
for it.
him. It's a great idea. I think, we all would support an ADA compliant boat, but in talking to Noe yesterday and the staff downstairs, because it's a commercial business, we actually have to put out RFP, because there may be other businesses that might want to do it. And then the board has to decide, because we want to add 3 docks, at least 3. I think 3 we can fit comfortably. How to handle that, because if we're going to commit to an RFP, request for proposals, then we have to commit a dock space. And it doesn't mean definitely that it would be Stephen, but there could be another business out there that wants to do the same thing and then, rent the dock for the season. So that's where we left it. I did write back to Stephen and told him that we are required to do an RFP. We just can't, if he gets the money, we just can't, say. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. I haven't heard back from him. We offered to meet with him. There are some concerns.
Back off the sewer plant.
Well, yeah,
What'd you say?
The dock off the sewer plant.
me down here, it's rough. That's the only thing. Yeah. So that's where it's at.
Where the Ferris wheel's going?
Peter brought back a Ferris wheel from Mississippi, just so you guys know.
Arriving by train, you'll be here in another couple of weeks.
All right, any more questions on that? I'll give you more as we kind of go through it, but there's no guarantee that he'll get the money again, because he sent it back last year. It's a great idea.
So, but if we can't guarantee him back, why need we going through this again, I guess?
That's a good question. And that's what Stacy and I were going back and forth about, is that because we have a waiting list for docks, I am concerned. But, does the board consider one dock as a commercial dock, and that, we reap the benefit of, having some commercial renter, I mean, similar to the kayak launch.
So what's the liability for the village if we were to do that?
Well, he'd have to come up with his insurance.
They'd have to carry their own insurance,
Yeah, but still.
kind of like any of our dock runners, we have to have insurance.
Still are,
That's actually a good idea,
what,
because we have, how many existing residential docks?
we have 12 right now.
Well,
12.
we have one currently available this year. that
So
we
part of
have.
our waiting list is predicated around those 12 docks. We are engaged in a process to institute potentially 2 more that aren't part of that 12.
Right.
We could simply say, hey, we're instituting 13 residential docks
Right.
now, and
One
the
commercial.
14th one is now a commercial dock. Should nobody bid on doing a commercial dock, usually through a RFP
You could do
process,
that.
it becomes residential.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about today.
Predicated that every year,
It's, right, yeah, I was gonna say.
you know, this is deemed a commercial, but if there's no commercial businesses for that year,
Yeah,
that
you
season,
can- yeah.
that
Well,
might
we
be
have,
high.
we have the scuba boat down there, don't we?
Yeah, there's a boat down there that says scuba on the side, but he's not supposed to be running any business out, and I don't know that he is. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no, I
haven't seen
think they
anything
just-
advertised, but I know he says scuba on the side of that.
Yeah, I think, no, they just go out and practice in the lake, is what I see them doing.
Or the,
That might be your way
cleaning
just
people's water lines.
to relieve the hardship.
Yeah. So more to come on
We're
that.
not messing with the pre-existing
Right.
12.
Yeah, ideally, we'd have
I
15.
go with that.
Yeah.
So, more to come on that. All right, Margaret brought up dumpster day, which was a good,
Yeah,
My
right.
favorite day of the year.
Margaret
That
loves
Pete
dumpster
brought
day.
that up.
No, it's a Skim's family holiday.
So now that NASCAR is Mother's Day weekend, that's typically our dumpster day. So I just want to check one thing here on other festivals, because I know we've got the Corvette Festival in May.
I think if we have it earlier, then that way you don't have to worry about all these other things that are going on, you know what I mean? And I do remember a long time ago when they had it in April. It was 2 years ago.
Might be snowing.
Yeah, that's the only thing with weather.
Let's see.
Of course, May, May too.
Yeah,
And,
Make more people, yeah.
maybe the end of April or
They
something.
get into the
I
basement.
mean, what, maybe like 1 week before that or something?
What about we did it in the fall?
I almost think I remember one year when they did.
I don't know how it started in the spring, anybody know?
Probably spring cleaning. It's just
Spring
probably-
cleaning, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Preference? Thoughts? I mean, it's not something we have to decide tonight, but
When is the, when's the NASCAR?
it's,
Mother's Day
it's
weekend,
Mother's
so-
Day
So when
weekend,
is
which is
the-
May.
What's the Corvette Festival?
The weekend before or after?
So let's see, May 10th is Mother's Day.
And you think it's the
And
weekend
then the
after?
Corvette, I don't know when the Corvette
It's
one
like,
is.
it's due.
So let's do it at the end of the last week in May, on that 30th.
That's Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Memorial.
Yeah, so typically we do it the 9th. I think the Corvette
Must be the
Fest-
weekend after.
I think, for
It's
some
the
reason.
15th, right, Stace?
Oh, really? I was thinking it was the 22nd.
I think it's just the weekend, like right after it.
Memorial Day's the 25th. So we don't want to do it the 23rd. What if we do it the 2nd? That would be the first Saturday in May.
I don't know.
Because the rest of the weekends, unless you did it the 30th, but kind of late.
But there's Memorial Day weekend.
Well, Memorial Day is the 25th, so that Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so
Oh,
you can
okay.
do it the 30th, so you can do the second or the 30th.
Oh, okay.
Thoughts? Input? Ready, set, go.
Doesn't matter to me, I
The
just.
later it's warmer.
The
The
whole-
earlier you were.
True.
I'm hoping it would be.
Yeah. So May
That
30th.
would give people plenty enough time to clean out their stuff on a 3-day weekend.
We're not doing it Memorial Day weekend.
No,
No, he's
you want to
thinking
do
they
the
could do
30th,
it,
which
they
is
could do it
after.
that weekend.
Oh,
and get
after.
Friday. Yeah.
That was that Andrew said.
I don't care. I mean,
It don't matter to
I'm
me.
fine with it, I mean, you know, I just wanted to bring it up because I remembered that being the weekend of
Yeah. it doesn't-
NASCAR and, you know,
Whatever works.
might as well get it settled now and.
the 30th,
That works for me.
you're gonna put it in the notes so we
Yeah.
remember?
Did you guys officially make it 30?
Well, it's gonna affect Scott, because he has to have staff, but. All right. Just so the board knows, if you recall, we had a sewer connection issue we sent the homeowner, business owner, yeah. That expires January 13th, 2026, so we're working with our attorney on that. More to come.
That's down the street or below. Yeah.
Yeah. Other board concerns? New business?
Christmas trees, they're picking them up. I was gonna ask if they're already into it,
The what?
picking up Christmas.
Yeah, we're picking, we've been getting calls by the way, but I told them, same thing. You're just basically, you're doing it daily, right? You see a
Yeah, we
tree.
got values yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I said, I was gonna say something to pick the.
So, is there a deadline? I
Call
mean,
people with
does that put
goats.
something out, or do you just keep grabbing them as they
No,
go?
they'll put them out all the way to summer.
Okay,
I just figured I'd mention it because.
I'll put something out.
So any of the street signs on Franklin Street, can we move those or the state have to do that?
It's all state,
Even if you wanted a lower one
state sign,
from the pole, move it down? And what about if there's one behind the tree?
state.
But we can cut the tree,
We can cut the
the
tree.
branches.
I'm more than happy to cut a tree.
I know. Because we got two right out here that are,
What are you talking about, Peter? Sorry.
the parking sign out here, the 10-minute parking sign. The lady said it was too high, she couldn't see it. And I checked it out.
Can't
That's
be any
one.
higher than any other.
Yeah, it is. I checked it.
I
It
think
is.
Ethan and I talk about that more than anything.
I know, and I see where you put the arrows to look up.
They still don't look up.
They still don't. They still don't. But it is higher than the rest. And then the next pole down is like the one that's behind us. It's almost behind the trees, right out here.
We can baseline it tomorrow.
You know how I feel.
We'll get her done early.
Attaboy.
All right, if there's no other board concerns, I have a litigation executive session that I want to move to. I need a motion to move to executive. Thank you all. Happy New Year.
Have a good evening. I'll make a motion that we move to executive.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Ethan, will you shut that door, please?
Yep.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
And